Down Home Grill, Victorville. Online sports report. Action highlights brought to you by the Down Home Grill. Burgers from organic grass-fed beef. Breakfast from organic eggs. Great food, homemade, GMO, and many gluten-free. Down Home Grill, Ridgecrest off Bear Valley Road, Victorville. This night against Stockton, the Mavericks run up headlong into an extraordinary pitching performance from Brett Graves, who carries a perfect game against High Desert, deeper than any previous pitcher in franchise history. There was nothing, statistics-wise, to tip off that Brett Graves was such a force with which to be reckoned. He enters with a 4-8 record and 5.50 earned run average. About the only thing Mavericks fans were given to cheer about through the first 6 innings of play, another outstanding performance by the Apple Valley Sun Devils cheer and pom-pom squad, some 45 members strong. Scott Heinemann's leadoff at bat, an indication of things to come for the Mavericks. The fine defensive play by shortstop Richie Martin, robbing Scott Heinemann of a base hit. Brett Graves goes on to retire the Mavericks in order through the first 6 innings. 18 consecutive Mavericks set down without reaching base. Mavericks starter Collin Wiles practically matches Stockton's starter out for out in the early going. The 22-year-old Wiles gives up only 1 base hit through 5 innings, retiring 15 of the first 16 hitters he faces. The exception proved costly, a second-inning home run to Sanber Pimental. The 6'4" Collin Wiles was drafted out of Blue Valley West High School in Kansas in 2012. He was named the Gatorade State Player of the Year for Kansas that year. Collin Wiles will strike out 3 in working into the 7th in this, his 17th start for the Mavericks. Collin Wiles helps his own cause with the slick pickoff of the Ports runner at second in this 6th inning action. Here, he blows the fastball past Sanber Pimental in the 6th. The slugging Pimental does not agree with the strike 2 call, the strike on the inside part of the plate. Collin Wiles does not get the call on the 3-2 pitch, plate umpire Jake Metz checking with base umpire Pat Sharshall on the checked swing. Collin Wiles gets out of a bases-loaded jam in the 6th when he gets Seth Brown to pop out. Jose Trevino with a rare basket catch by a catcher to end the inning. Heading into the High Desert half of the 6th, the score remains 1-0 Stockton. Meanwhile, on the Ports pitcher's side of the ledger, Brett Graves retires his 18th Mavs hitter in succession to end the 6th. Austin Pettibone comes on for High Desert with 1 out and 2 on in the 7th. The 23-year-old from Yorba Linda strikes out Melvin Mercedes for the 2nd out. Austin Pettibone will strike out 3 in 1 2/3 innings of work. This is his 29th time summoned from skipper Howard Johnson's bullpen. Here is how Brett Graves' perfect game and no-hitter comes to an end. Scott Heinemann's high chopper to third forces Melvin Mercedes back. Mercedes loses his footing. The speedy Scott Heinemann would have most likely run it out regardless. The base hit comes with Heinemann leading off the 7th. That is the only hit the 23-year-old Graves gives up. He works 8 innings, leaving with a 2-0 lead. Nick Gardewine has come on in the top of the 9th, making his 18th appearance out of the Mavericks bullpen. The 22-year-old Gardewine holds the Ports in check. Jose Trevino frames the low strike on the full count pitch. Richie Martin goes down looking. Kevin Torres launches the bottom of the 9th rally with his 2nd home run of the year, the solo blast with 1 out. This is but the 2nd hit of the night for the Mavericks, but High Desert has pulled within 1. Mavericks fans get the feeling another walk-off win is in the offing. Scott Heinemann puts the tying run on base with 2 outs, Heineman's second hit of the game. But it is here the Mavericks' rally ends. Stockton emerges with a 2-1 victory. Scott Heineman's torrid hitting streak does not end here. However, the 23-year-old Heineman will register multiple hit games, 5 consecutive games, including a 4-for-5 performance the next night in Rancho Cucamonga that includes a pair of home runs. And 2 more hits the next night, including his 14th home run of the year, as High Desert opens its road trip with back-to-back victories over the Quakes. Down Home Grill, Victorville Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Down Home Grill. Burgers from organic grass-fed beef. Breakfast from organic eggs. Great food, homemade, GMO, and many gluten-free. Down Home Grill, Ridgecrest off Bear Valley Road, Victorville.